Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching The Legend of Korra. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 11 and 12 of The Legend of Korra. And I watched the last reactions last night and I dreamt about it all night. And I woke up thinking about Lin Beifong. That broke my heart. And I could definitely tell I was going through the stages of grief. Like I was like concerned about everybody else that had their bending taken away because like to me that's assault, right? And it's theft and like the trauma that leaves on you. Like I'm very sympathetic, even though they could be absolutely horrible people. I don't think Tano really deserved it. Maybe some of the crime bosses. That's a different story completely. But, you know, I was very sympathetic towards them. But then Lin, I went through those stages of grief where I was like sad and I was angry and I was bargaining and I was like trying to be like, is there any way to reverse this? And like, let's find a cure. Like, can you put it back into somebody if you've taken it from them? There was so much that happened that was like so emotional about that because I love Lin so much and I love her character. I love who she represents. I love her family and the part of her that makes her a Beifong, but I love the part of her that makes her Lin. You know, like the way that she very much channels her mother, but you know, her sacrificing herself for Tenzin's family. You know, there's still love there, and it could be a different type of love. I definitely don't think that it is a devoted love, but I definitely think that it is a respect kind of love, that she really does respect that Tenzin made the best decision for himself, but then also her spending a little bit of time with the kids. Now, quite frankly, like I said, I don't need Milo farting on people while he's airbending, but you know what? If that's his move when he's 5, that's his move when he's 5. But you know, like she very much is like me as an aunt where it's just like, oh, gross, a baby, you know, but like you do care about them and you do love them and you want them protected. You know, they're just the parts of them that you don't want all over you. You hold at an arm's length. But her sacrificing herself and just saying, no matter what happens, don't come for me. And her taking out one of the airships, like that was just a boss move. Oh God. Season one is when we lose it's when we lose Lin Beifong as a metal bender, as an earth bender, as a boss ass bitch. I know I didn't swear a lot during ATLA, and I feel like we've grown up. We're teenagers now. You know, what is the rating? 14? If you're over the age of 14, you can handle swear words. At least in my mind. I'm that aunt where like the first swear word my nephew ever said came from my mouth directly out of his mouth. And I was like, oh no. He grew up fine. He's a straight A student. He's an honor roll. He's in marching band. He just got his driver's license. Like he's such a good kid. And my swear words did not affect him whatsoever. Maybe he just thinks I'm a cool aunt. I don't know. I think he does. I think he thinks I'm a cool aunt. Anyway. Neither here nor there. There's that ADD coming through. But I'm now curious as to what happens with Lin. Like I'm watching so many things where people are so traumatized, and all I could think of is they don't have mental health care. Like she needs it. My God, I just think of like Tano and how sad he was, and how just defeated he was, and just how broken he was, and like Lin, like that's so much part of her identity and her heritage and her legacy. I'm still upset. Yeah, there's a reason why I was dreaming about it. And that was living with me all night long. I could not get it out. I could start crying again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then, you know, the other thing that made me cry was hearing Zuko's voice and having someone say that this is General Iroh with that jawline. Like, stop. 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 I don't need an older Zuko-ish version of Zuko, like with the voice, and have a younger, hot version with a chiseled jawline going by the name Iroh. That affects me very deeply in different ways. Like, I love Zuko. I wanted to give him mom hugs every chance that I could. Like, I just wanted to hold that boy and let him know that he was loved. And like General Iroh, just just Uncle Iroh in general was like just like the love of my life, but he was in an older body. And now I don't know if we get the combo of the two. I could be idealizing somebody that does not exist, but I'm just saying, why'd you do that to me? Why'd you do that to me? Why'd you do that to me? And I just, General Iroh, like, so he goes by Iroh. I'm here for it. I would love to know more. I'd love to, the United Forces, like Tenzin's off with his family. I don't know if we get side quests with them or if we're going to meet up with them later. I just want them to be safe. They are the last airbenders, and gosh, every time I say that, I just think about like Aang created more airbenders and Tenzin created more airbenders, and now we have a chance to create more airbenders. I get emotional over that kind of stuff. I still have my tissue from last night with all my eye makeup on it, so I'm gonna just dab and remind myself this is the beginning. I'm not allowed to do this. Okay, and then of course we have to address the love triangle, circle, square, whatever we're gonna call it now, trapezoid. I don't know if the writers of the show are male. And I'm not saying that men write women a specific way, but I do think that they have an idea of like what teenage girls are in relationships to teenage boys. And I don't remember ever fighting over a boy. I remember like girls like occasionally saying like don't talk to my boyfriend, but I don't remember like that in my teenage life. And I think it's like kind of a trope to kind of lean into. So I would just say that like teenage girls, they're better than that. I think teenage boys are better than that. And I'm kind of irritated that we're getting like this type of story where there is a triangle. I want Asami to be happy because she lost her father. She lost the life that she knew. And like what a courageous person to walk away from all of that. Like a life that would have been completely easy and still like having her father's money and having her father's protection. Instead, she chose what she thought was the right thing to do. And now the person that she was leaning on and that she was depending on isn't there for her. And yes, it's okay for him to be worried about Korra. It's equally okay for him to care about Korra. I said that kiss wasn't a great idea, and he really should have told Asami that it happened. And I think knowing about it previously would have been a lot easier for her to handle, but knowing that it was kept from her, that's not cool. That's not cool. You don't lie to people. And I hope that that gets resolved because I don't want to hear about it anymore. I just don't. You know what? Meet people that are not part of your group and have relationships with them. Like the core group, Team Avatar, as we have it now, just don't. Okay, that's my rant. I'm not going to keep going on about it because there's really nothing I can do because it's already in there. I've expressed that I don't like relationships, probably from the beginning of my channel where I'm like, do we have to have a love story? We don't need a love story. Can we not have a love story? I think a lot of stuff leans on love and the drama that it brings, and we don't need it. Now, I will say that these kids now are out on their own. And just like with Team Avatar, you know, they were young kids. And even though they're teenagers, you know, they're still kids. They're still kids. And them being away from, you know, homes where they were living, in the city where, you know, things were available to them, whether it was, you know, just the police force or other benders, like now they're out on their own. And I'm sure they're going to come across people that are not great. And maybe they'll come across people that are inherently good. You know, I would like to see what it doesn't look like in the city anymore, because the city where the war is happening is very toxic and it's out of balance, and it's benders against non-benders. And like out in the real world, you know, there's not a lot of people that harbor the same heaviness and hate necessarily. There might be people that are kind and are compassionate and empathetic for the situations and kind of might see things from both sides. You know, you might have mixed families like Tenzin, you know, with Pema not being a bender, obviously, you know, you have a different point of view. And it's just like with like mixed race families, you know, you have to like kind of see that like those people see things from a different perspective. Amon is such a scary villain. The fact that he is so calm, cool, collected, and he's very confident. The fact that he was like ready to chase after Korra. He does not care what bender you are. He will take your bending from you. I don't know if he knew if he could take Korra's bending or not because she has multiple ways of bending. I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can take the bending from the Avatar or not. I think, yeah, he would have created a martyr had he done that, had he had the ability, but he wasn't afraid to go after her. He wasn't afraid to try to take her out. You know, so like that's scary when like it almost feels like he has nothing to lose because really he doesn't. The revolution has started, and while he is the face, if something happens to him, then he becomes a martyr. You know, there's just like he really has nothing to lose. You know, when a villain has nothing to lose, they are definitely the strongest, scariest possible person you could come across. They're like I was gonna say Zuko's. They're the Silcos of the world. There are the Amans. They're the ones that really, if they die, it makes the revolution stronger. It makes the rebellion stronger. It creates an anger and a surge. And really, oh gosh, I don't know how we defeat Aman, but I think Aang is definitely part of the answer of that because I guess, I don't know. I mean, like if you can take a bender's power, can an avatar take your bending removal power? Like, is that a thing? Like, I guess if you if you're taking people's bending, that means that you can't be unbent, but that means that you are bending. I don't know. I'm trying to like piece it together. I think I'm coming up with something and then I say it out loud and I was like, well, that's stupid. Probably not. But guys, let's get into this reaction because I'm really excited to see General Iroh and what our kids are up to and what they're doing. I don't know if we get updates on Tenzin, but I would love to have Tenzin back. I feel like he needs to keep his family safe. I don't know where he goes, but like it needs to be somewhere where Amon can't find them. We can't lose any airbenders. We can lose 0 airbenders. Not that like all the other ones are disposable and it's fine because there's a plethora of them, but like there is such a short supply of airbenders that that would break my heart. So guys, as much as I'm sad that we don't have Lin earthbending and metal bending and doing all that cool shit, I'm really kind of excited to see where the story goes. So let's get into it.
In the daring escape, Lin Beifong sacrificed herself and saved the airbenders. But she was captured, and Amon took her bending away. Now, Team Avatar...
Still not over it.
Iroh and the United Forces.
General Iroh, you are hot. Skeletons in the closet. Okay.
It is a glorious day, my equalist brothers and sisters. Amon has declared bending illegal, and he has the Avatar on the run.
You stop it and get that mask off that statue.
One day soon, we will live in a world where everyone is finally equal.
Says the rich guy. In disguise?
Can you believe Hiroshi? I'm not running from anyone. Let's go back up there and knock some heads. They'll never know what hit 'em.
No, I know you want to, but don't.
General Iroh's coming with an entire fleet of battleships. Then Amon will be the one who's running.
I hate this being patient stuff.
I'm sure you do, girl. It doesn't really fit her demeanor.
You two were gone a while.
Oh, Asami.
Welcome back. Hope you worked up an appetite because dinner is served.
Oh, I'm glad this guy's okay.
We got benders and non-benders living together down here. But do you see us fighting? No, siree.
Good for them.
We figured out how to harmoniously coexist.
You are a wise and noble hobo. This is the best tasting street gruel I've ever had.
Okay.
I culled it from the finest dumpsters the city has to offer.
Oh, Asami. Oh. Oh, Pabu. Well, at least he liked it.
A few months ago, I was in the South Pole practicing for my firebending test. And now I'm in the middle of an all-out war.
Welcome to being the Avatar.
We didn't even know each other then. And now, I can't imagine my life without you in it. You're the most loyal, brave, and selfless person I've ever known.
Wow.
I think you're pretty incredible too, but you already knew that. I should probably try to get some sleep.
What was gonna happen just then?
Good night.
Dude, you're crazy. I mean, I adore Korra, but like, Asami, come on. She's amazing.
You will now be cleansed of your impurity. Next.
I am not okay.
Once the United Forces arrive, we need to be ready to help in any way we can.
They're here.
Whoops.
Are they going to help? Like, what if it's a trick?
Amon had to know we were coming, so why aren't we meeting any resistance?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Where are the Equalist airships?
Are they gonna attack from behind?
I don't see any mecha tanks either.
Underwater?
Something's not right.
Yeah. Korra, waterbend, something. Yes, thank you, Korra. I'm like, we can't lose General Iroh this early.
What is that sound?
What now?
Oh no. Warplanes.
Where does Hiroshi find the time to keep inventing new evil machines?
I mean, it's like, imagine if the machinist had that type of funding. All out war. All out war. They're not prepared for this. I was expecting some sort of savior thing to happen. This is not what I expected. They were so prepared. Oh my god, I'm getting cold chills.
Incoming!
I thought they were gonna like kamikaze it for a second there. I was like, wow, that is somebody committed to the cause. Oh god. How do they have no defense though? Somebody just parachuted down. Okay, okay, they're fighting back. Okay, okay, Korra. Gosh, you need to learn how to airbend, girl. Proud of you, proud of you. This is what she does best. Like, she loves to fight, so when fighting's needed, she's our gal. See, was it really that hard to make firebending look cool in the movie? Like, come on. No, no, no! They've just decided he's my new boyfriend, so, like, he can't die. Korra, Korra, Korra!
I've got you.
Avatar Korra, you saved my life.
Huh?
Thank you.
I love you. Let's get married and have babies. I'm already shipping them. I like them better than I do her and Mako. That's a mess.
I was prepared to deal with Sato's mecha tanks, but not these new high-speed aircraft. Amon is winning so far, but we're not out of the fight yet.
Are his eyes two different colors?
A second wave of reinforcements is on the way, but I need to warn them. Do you still have a way to get a message out?
I know just the man for the job.
And who is the recipient of this top-secret message?
Commander Boomy, 2nd Division of the United Forces.
Tenzin's brother?
Yes.
Yes, bit of a wild man, but the bravest commander you'll ever meet.
Oh, I need to meet me another Boomy.
Ambushed and destroyed by Equalist aircraft. Do not approach city until you receive the all clear. We need to ground those aircraft.
They flew in from this direction. The airfield must be somewhere over this mountain range.
We leave at dawn.
We ride at dawn.
At dawn we plan.
It's time to take down my father.
Okay, Asami, I'm here for it. Poor thing.
I'm not going with you tomorrow. I'm sick and tired of hiding from Amon. It's time I face him.
I think that's too soon.
That's not a good plan.
Yeah,
We need to stick together.
agreed.
My gut's telling me it's time to end this on my terms.
Okay.
This is not a mission you should be handling alone.
At all.
She won't be. I'm going with you.
Oh, Mako.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, girl.
My grandfather would respect the Avatar's instinct. So will I.
His eyes aren't two different colors, by the way. It was just the light of him being healed.
Love you, little bro.
Love you back, big bro.
Oh, Mr. Hobo Man. What is his name? Did we get a name?
Amon is a nasty dude. Be careful.
I will.
Oh.
If you're going into the mountains, you should bring Naga. Take good care of Bolin for me.
I'm sorry things got so messed up between us. I want you to know how much I care about you.
I care about you too.
Good. Stop fighting. It's not the time or the place.
Good fortune to you, valiant heroes.
Here, here.
There's Amon.
We need to get into the temple. Then, when he returns...
We ambush him.
I don't think this is a good idea at all. She's not ready.
What are you two doing here? Amon wants extra security at the arena today.
We'll be there, sir. I know another way in.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I just, like, one, don't think Amon's going to be taken out in season 1, and 2, I don't think Korra's ready to take out Amon.
Let's hide in the attic.
We're not alone up here.
Tarlock?
Tarlock?
I don't suppose you're here to rescue me.
We had no idea you were here. Are there other prisoners on the island?
No, I'm the only one.
And what makes you so special?
Yeah, I'd like to know that.
I'm Amon's brother.
Oh. Yeah, I was kind of close. I thought Tarlock was Amon at one point. Well,
Amon is from the Northern Water Tribe. He's a waterbender and a bloodbender, just like I was.
Oh, he's a bender?
Did you know this all along?
Not until after he captured me.
How did your brother end up becoming Amon?
It all began with my father, Yakone. He escaped prison and underwent surgery to change his appearance. He assumed a new identity and settled down in the Northern Water Tribe. That's where he met my mother. Before long, they started a family together.
I'm sorry. He had plastic surgery to change his face and then fell in love?
Those were the good years. Before my brother and I discovered we were waterbenders. Our training brought out a different side of my father.
Tarlock! You better shape up or you'll be out here in the cold all night until you get it right.
I'm trying, but...
Try harder!
Jeez.
Your brother was never this sloppy.
He just needs time.
Don't talk back to me, son. Ever!
My father took me and Noah Talk on a hunting trip. He told us his true identity was Yakone, and that he was once a bloodbender.
The most powerful form of bending in the world. It was declared illegal thanks to that coward Katara.
Huh.
You two will become bloodbenders of the highest order.
Yikes.
Time is right. You will claim Republic City, and you will destroy the Avatar.
Yikes.
You must avenge me. That is your purpose in life.
The good days were behind us.
Whoa. Who knew that I'd have empathy for Tarlock?
Every full moon, our father took us on another supposed hunting trip, where he secretly trained us in bloodbending. We kept the truth from our mother.
Oh my god, no. No.
Stop! You're hurting it!
Toughen up, Tarlock. You'll need a thicker skin for this.
Asshole.
Very good, son. Very good.
God, I hate bloodbending so much.
I had no stomach for manipulating helpless animals. My brother, however, seemed to revel in his newfound power.
It's disgusting.
He was a prodigy, mastering my father's psychic bloodbending technique by the time he was 14.
That's why when Tarlok was bloodbending the guards, Amon wasn't affected by it because he knew how to defend against it.
Our father pushed us to extremes, and one day, he made us bloodbend each other.
This man is sick. He is so sick.
Excellent. Tarlok, your turn.
No, I won't do it.
Good for you.
Bloodbend your brother, Tarlok.
That felt awful. I never want to bloodbend again.
You're a disgrace. A weakling. I'll teach you a lesson, you insubordinate.
Oh.
Stay away from him.
How dare you bloodbend me?
What are you gonna do about it? You always say bloodbending is the most powerful thing in the world, but it isn't. The Avatar is. He took your bending away. What could be more powerful than that? We're your sons, not your tools of revenge.
True.
Let's go. We can run away from him.
But what about Mom? We can't just leave her.
He was right about you. You are a weakling.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, love is what makes you strong, my boy.
My father and I searched for days, but we never found a sign of Noatak. My mother was never the same after the loss of my brother. My father stopped training me. With Noatak gone, his hopes for revenge withered, and he passed away a few years later.
Bummer. This poor woman, though.
That's one of the saddest stories I've ever heard.
Avatar Korra, I am truly sorry for all that I did to you. I thought I was better than my father, but his ghost still shaped me. I became a soldier of revenge, just like he wanted me to be. And so did my brother.
Yep.
How did you figure out Amon is your brother?
When he took my bending, the sensation was somehow familiar. I later recognized it as my brother's blood-bending grip.
So, he somehow uses bloodbending to take people's bending.
Interesting.
I don't know how he does it. But then again, I've never encountered a bender as strong as Noatak.
Any attack we throw at him, he'll redirect with his mind. That's how he's been able to challenge any bender.
Yeah.
So much for our ambush. But there's another way to beat him.
Is there?
How?
This whole time, Amon has been one step ahead of us. But finally, we have the advantage.
Tell everyone he's a bender.
We know the truth about
Yeah.
him. If we expose him as a bender in front of all his supporters, we could take away his true power.
And undermine this whole revolution.
But how do you get him to do that?
Thank you for your help. We can't just
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't just leave him there.
Amon can't know anyone spoke with me.
It's true.
Defeat him. Put an end to this sad story.
Oh, it takes literally one episode to find empathy for somebody. I don't like Tarlok, but that's sad. Endgame. Here we go. This is the Book of Air, and we haven't airbended once, so I feel like that needs to happen.
I think we found our secret airfield. Bolin, I need you to tear up those runways. We can't let those aircraft take off.
Aye, aye, Captain. Ooh, General. General. All right, you guys wait here until we get back,
Aww.
okay? Stay.
Why would there be fence posts but no fence?
Electric. Yep. It's funny that I thought Amon was a bender because he could take bending away, but I didn't think that he was an actual bender. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
When I was a boy, a firebender struck down my entire family and left me scarred. That tragic event began my quest to equalize the world.
Always blaming the firebenders.
That's a lie, Amon. Or should I call you Noatak?
Everyone calm down.
Let's hear what she has to say.
Amon has been lying to you. The spirits didn't give him the power to take people's bending away. He uses blood bending to do it. Amon is a waterbender.
What is this nonsense?
You're desperate, Avatar. Making up stories about me is a pathetic last resort.
Your family wasn't killed by a firebender. His father was Yakone, and his brother is Councilman Tarlock.
An amusing tale, but I will show you the truth.
Maybe he is scarred. That doesn't prove anything. Cool scar.
This is what a firebender did to me.
What?
Maybe. That doesn't mean that his family was killed by a firebender.
They don't believe me.
We said what we had to. Let's get out of here.
So doubt. That's all you had to do.
I wouldn't leave yet, Avatar. You'll miss the main event.
Oh God! Oh no!
Oh, they got away. We saw them get away.
Oh shoot!
Asami, I know I have hurt you, but I believe that one day you will come to your senses, and we can be a family again.
Are you insane? How can we be a family after everything you've done?
I can't even think about what's going on right now. All I think about is the airbenders.
How are we gonna get out of here?
I don't suppose you know how to metal bend.
That is a negative, sir.
Oh, Bolin. You gotta learn that skill. Thank you, Naga. Good girl.
Who needs a metal bender? We got Naga!
That's right.
I'm going after those airplanes.
No! No, Naga!
Oh, yes, girl. Hopefully they don't try to shoot at her being in one of those.
What do you know? Just like a future industries forklift.
Oh. She knows how to drive a forklift. She's a girl of many vehicles. I love that for her. General Iroh's hot. It's just hot. Get a feel for it. Get a feel for it. Oh, God.
Tonight, I rid the world of airbending. Forever. You're welcome to come down here and try to stop.
Please.
He's trying to bait you.
I don't care. We have to save them.
Did she just shoot lightning?
Where are Pema and the baby?
In prison.
Seifong?
I don't know.
Oh God, Tenzin, please be careful.
Follow me, kids.
So if Amon can bend, bending out of you, then it has nothing to do with the spirit, right?
Let's go get your mother and the baby.
Prison break!
Yeah, you get it. I'm just trying to think of how we get bending back if he takes it away, because like he can't. Oh God, I am so worried for Tenzin. I don't think they'd do that to the kids in the show, but definitely they could do it to Tenzin. Oh God, oh God. How do you defend against this?
Let her go!
No!
Korra!
Tenzin! Oh God, Aang, somebody! I don't even know. How do you get out of this?
I told you I would destroy you.
Well, that can't happen. Except it just did. Oh. What does one do without a parachute, though? You got a plan? Uh-oh. Never mind, you can become a rocket. It's fine. It's fine. Light it on fire. You don't have wings, you can't fly. Oh. Okay. Like, we're not just resorting to straight up murder, right? Knock that mask off.
Thanks for looking out for me, Aang.
Did I really need Dante to say that? I think part of me did. Naga! Look at you, girl! Fierce women on this show, even the polar bear dogs.
Whoa!
That's your girl, she love you. Man's best friend.
Asami,
Uh-oh.
you are aiding the very people who took your mother away.
You don't feel love for Mom anymore. You're too full of hatred.
You ungrateful, insolent child.
Really? You brat of a man. This is so sad.
I now see there is no chance to save you.
Thank you, Bolin.
Mr. Sato, you are a horrible father!
Indeed. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
You really are a horrible father.
You had to, girl. She's so strong. She's so strong. He didn't.
You are powerless.
Is she? She's such a fighter.
Come on! Everything the Avatar said is true, isn't it? I just saw you, Bloodbender. You traitor! I dedicated my life to you!
You served me well, Lieutenant.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. For some reason, I keep thinking he's just gonna do this and they're gonna snap. Watching too much Invincible. Thank you, Mako. Oh, attaboy. Her bending can't be gone.
My bending.
Everything will be all right. We just need to get out of here.
Yeah, something. Tenzin, where are you?
I'm impressed. No one has ever gotten the better of me like that. It is almost a shame to take the bending of someone so talented. Almost.
Tenzin!
No!
Oh! Airbending! Airbending!
Impossible.
I can airbend.
You sure can!
I can airbend!
Oh god.
No, you don't!
Did you see what happened?
You freaking evil avatar!
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's a waterbender. He'll be fine. And it was makeup!
It's water. The scar's fake.
The Avatar was telling the truth.
But what bending did he take away from her then? Everything else all she can do is airbend now? Thank God they're okay.
I can't believe Amon got you too.
At least you unlocked your airbending.
I mean, there's a positive side.
Bro,
Thank you,
not the
Bolin.
time.
Right. I'll just stand over here.
Yep, yep, yep.
Quietly.
Yep. Bye.
And silence.
Yay! Uncle Boomy's here!
I want to see Uncle Boomy!
Great.
Appropriately named. him to entertain your brother? He seems awesome.
The two of us together again.
Yes, Noatak.
I had almost forgotten the sound of my own name.
It will be just like the good old days.
That was a bold move by Tarlok. I miss Appa. I'm going to say that every single time. Can you do anything, Katara?
I've tried everything in my power. I cannot restore Korra's bending.
But you're the best healer in the world.
I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can do. Korra can still airbend, but her connection to the other elements has been severed.
It's going to be all right, Korra.
No, it's not.
Korra, wait!
Go away.
But I just want you to know, I'm here for you.
I'm not the Avatar anymore. You don't need to do me any favors.
I don't care if you're the Avatar or not. When Tarlok took you, I was losing my mind at the thought of never seeing you again. I realized... I love you, Korra.
Wow.
I can't.
Yeah, she's just been through a lot. She does not need that right now.
We need to be patient with her.
Mm-hmm.
It will take time for her to accept what has happened.
I haven't even accepted what's happened. I mean, having her start the season with all those powers and then taking them away at the end. Couldn't have told you that was going to happen.
Not now, Tenzin.
But you called me here.
Aang!
Aang.
You have finally connected with your spiritual self.
How?
When we hit our lowest point, we are open to the greatest change.
I love you too.
Oh, weird. Really, that's how we're gonna end it. That's how we're gonna end it. She can give it back? Oh my god, I was so heartbroken.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you, Avatar Korra.
Well, that was emotionally exhausting. Oh, that was the end of season 1. Okay, that felt like a finale. Why did I think there were more episodes? God, I'm exhausted. Okay. Still very fresh from crying. The whole point of the show is not to start the end commentary with this. Is that like, did we need an I love you? I don't think so. So I think somebody did tell me though that the first 2 seasons feel like they're very much like finales, because they weren't sure if they were going to get more seasons or not. So I'm figuring that that's why this one feels the way that it does. Oh man, I have like tears in my ear. I don't even know how that happened. Leaned my head back and it probably just went in my ear. The second that the airbenders popped up out of the stage, I had the absolute fear in me. I felt my heart drop out of my ass. I was so terrified. Because if they just took Lynn, Toph's daughter's power, what's to stop him from taking it from Tenzin? And, you know, maybe he would have started with the kids. That would have equally have broken my heart. But I don't know if Amon... I don't know if we're done with Amon or not, but I was really surprised at Tarlok. And it's funny because I absolutely, like, did not like Tarlok. I was equating him to, like, a Zhao. And that whole story that we got of him and Amon, because I don't know if I'd be saying Noatak? I think it's Noatak. But the fact that Yakone... First of all, like, did we have to have a facelift story? Or, like, a face change? I don't know. Just paint on a scar. No one will recognize you. And I don't know if, like, there's pictures of Yakone all the way in the water tribes or not. So how anyone would have recognized him, I don't know. I mean, he's a waterbender, so maybe they would have. But the fact that he was teaching his sons to bloodbend for revenge against the Avatar. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The torturing of the animals, I can't. And then calls Katara a coward because she made it illegal to bloodbend. That should be illegal. That's torturing somebody. You know, that's manipulating, like, somebody out of their complete power and control to do what you want them to. Like, that's just, oh, man. And I was wondering, I was just like, well, how is Amon able to do that? Because in order to connect to take how Aang had to take Ozai's power was that he could not be bendable, like his spirit could not be bendable. And so I was just like, gosh, there has to be a connection that, like, you have to be able to bend in order to take it like that, because you can't be bendable, which means you have to be able to bend. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if we're done with Amon, because it 100% felt like a finale. And I don't know if they bring him back, if he and Tarlok survived. I don't know, like I started feeling empathy for Amon, like when he's like finally with his brother, but like it's only because that's all he had left. I felt empathy for Tarlok because of what his father put him through. That's great writing. That's great writing when you can create empathy for characters who are despicable. That's why, like, I'll talk about like Arcane and Silco being like one of my favorite characters, is because although he may be vile, like the backstory that we have on Silco and what led him to become who he was heartbreaking. And it was just the same thing with Tarlok and Noatak. General Iroh. Ooh. That's my boyfriend. That is my boyfriend. It's funny because I was like, I ship him and Korra. I don't like Mako and Korra. It's just, no. Asami and him need to be together. Proud of Asami for, you know, choosing to still take down her father. She still was like choosing to be good with herself and feel good about what was happening. And she even said, like, you know, like, you don't even, like, you're not even driven by your love for mom anymore. You're driven by the revenge. And 100% that's true, is that you can mourn the loss of your loved one, but you can't blame an entire race of people for it. Like, that's just very short-sighted. And that's just seeing the enemy everywhere you go. You know, find the person who did it and make sure that justice is brought to them. But, like, you know, every bender for the rest of eternity? Come on now. You know, Bolin is Bolin. He's no Sokka. I mean, he is definitely our comic relief. He's our funny guy. He's the one that we can, you know, rely on for like good jokes and goofy behavior. And, you know, he'll pull out some like amazing earthbending, and he's got great relationships with animals. But yeah, he's no Sokka. No one ever will be. And that's fine by me. I don't want recreations of people that we've already met and that we know. But, you know, I'm sorry. By having Iroh knock Amon's mask off of Aang's statue's face, And then him saying, like, thanks, Aang, with Dante's voice. Like, come on! They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Oh, couldn't have told you that was going to happen, and I value that so much. Thank you so much. So I can say in conclusion, where there are like some questionable writing choices, I get now why people have some issues with it. It's not perfect, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be. And I can't say that I thought Avatar was perfect until the very end. So if they stick the landing, that's where we make the decision of whether or not it's good or bad. And there's some questionable things in between, and like, come on. The Great Divide happened, so, and I don't even think that was a bad episode. I'm just saying that, like, there's always things that you're not gonna, it's not gonna be 100% perfect, and you have the expectation of it being perfect, you're always gonna be let down. And, you know, you have to allow room for creativity and for them to try things, and for love stories that make no sense and there shouldn't exist at all. Yeah, what is Asami supposed to do now? That is so unfair. She gave up everything, my God. But let's talk about the blood bending and being able to take away bending. Now, I was just like, yeah, that has something to do with the spirit, at least when Aang did it. So however Nawatak was doing it, however Aman was doing it, I knew that it wasn't with the spiritual self. And the fact that it was blood bending, I still don't get how he was able to do it, but I think it does explain why you're able to reverse it. And Aang showing up at the end, I just like when the feet appeared, I was just like, that's not Tenzin. And I didn't think it was going to be Aang. I was like, well, maybe it's like some other airbender we don't know about. I know that that's not possible because there's only 4 airbenders. I get it. But I was just like, who's that? And then seeing Kyoshi, Roku, like Yang Chen, like all of them like pop up. Makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I thought really like going into season 2, she would have to work to get her bending back. But what I do like is kind of like, done, move on to a new story. So, you know, we don't have like the long escapade of like 4 seasons of trying to regain the bending that she had in the beginning. Although that would have been a great challenge. I feel like taking away her bending at the end of season 1 and her only being able to airbend, I think would actually be genius to then go through the other books of where she has to regain those powers. But you know what? We could also scrap it because that's very much an Avatar Aang story of, you know, learning your bending as you go. But I don't know what the end game is now for the rest of the seasons, because when we started Avatar, we had Ozai that was like always the end game. And the episode was Endgame. How did I not put together that was the finale? Anyway. I didn't. But, that, what was I gonna say? Beep! I'm a mess. What was I gonna say? So now that we can start season 2, she has her bending back. I don't know who the big bad is. I don't know who we're going after. I don't know what the ultimate endgame is for the series. And I don't think I'm supposed to really get any of that until season 3, because I think 3 and 4 were kind of written together with the idea that they were going to get another season, so then the story plays out better. So now, season 2, hopefully I can start that in the next couple days. That way I can kind of get this out of my system. One, like Lin being back, that makes me so happy. It makes me unbelievably happy. That broke my heart. I'm glad we did not have to go a long time with her not having her bending ability. Oh man, that was something. Okay, so I will say season 1, great season. Again, I'm not in this for like the teenage love stories, but I do realize that the group of people that were watching this had watched Avatar when they were kids and now they are teenagers. So I get that it was made for them. You know, it's kind of like when people get upset about like new Star Wars movies, and it's just like, no, those are made for kids. You're an adult that's been in love with something for 40 years. Understand that this was not made for you, it was made for them. And I'm very much aware of that. It's just, I don't know if if I had a teenage kid, if I would have been like, yeah, this is exactly what teenage love is. It's not. So I just don't like the portrayal of it and the drama of it, and like kids seeing it and go, yeah, we have to fight over a boy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever fight over a boy. If he wants to go be with somebody else, go let him be with somebody else. You don't need him anyways. If he doesn't pick you, then you just move right on along. Just no second thoughts. Done. Dead. No. That's a little too far, but you know, just move on. There's somebody for you. It's fine. Okay, guys, I'm excited to actually start season 2, and I'll probably do that within the next couple days while this is very still fresh with me. But I do like this season overall. I do like the characters that we've met. I love the storyline that we got with Amon, even though it came at the end with him and Tarlok and their father, and just like really focusing on bloodbending and like just how horrible it is. I think like we already knew that, and every single time it's being used, it's just absolutely horrifying. I absolutely love that. I like Korra. I know a lot of people don't, and I can see why, but at the same time, like I always choose to like people and find like good qualities about them, and then if I point out their flaws, it's not like me being a jerk. It's saying like, well, I can see how they're imperfect. I don't think that she's a perfect character by any means. Mako's driving me crazy. Bolin, you know, he's my boy. I love him. Tenzin, he's my sweetheart. Even though Iroh's my boyfriend, Tenzin's my sweetheart. I love that guy. You know, the whole family, Lin, just great characters in this show. And we never got the name of the hobo. He was so helpful. And apparently Bolin said he made good soup, but Asami she thought otherwise. Yeah, but great characters in the show, great moments. Just there are definitely some misses, but I think there's more hits than there are misses. And I really loved the end and the emotion that was really attached to that. It was so heavy. And it was so lovely, and it just felt like light immediately when Aang shows up. And that's what Aang does, is he just makes everything lighter and better. Oh, I miss my friend. I really do. And I miss Appa a lot. Naga's fine. She's great. Love her and Pabu. I miss my Appa a lot. So guys, if you want to watch full-length reactions to these episodes, they will be available on my Patreon, and up to 4 episodes, 2 reactions early. But in the meantime, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Now, I know that that Korra gets hate, and I don't think that it's necessarily justified. Again, I'm going off of season 1, and everyone kind of hates season 2. I guess I'll find out why. I'm not going into it with the mindset that I'm not going to like it. And I actually will be very curious as to what I'm going to witness, and excited. I'll say that much, because when something like gets thrown around that it's not good, I want to know, 1, why you think it, and 2, how I can prove you wrong. So, but you know, no spoilers, please, in the comments about season 2. I don't want to know anything about it going into it. If you've made it this long in the video, you're probably not one of those people that would spoil it. So I appreciate you for watching this. And guys, come back here for season 2. It will be up soon. In the meantime, yip yip, and I'll see ya. Yip yip. I miss you, Appa.